Welcome back to Napoleon Total War 3, and last time we left off on quite a cliffhanger. No, it's not a spectacular one, but a little bit of a cliffhanger. So, last time I was more in favor of actually fighting the battle because I realized pulling back could possibly land me in a worse situation than actually holding the bridge. But after actually looking at the situation, I realized that the biggest reinforcement army, the army under Davos, is actually coming from over here, so on my side of the bridge. So I will actually be able to, so looking at this army right here, I will actually be sandwiched from either side of the bridge. Or, I mean, you'd never go over the bridge, Napoleon. You always go over the spot in the river that is shallow enough, the wading spot. So there's, I think, rather than actually fighting the battle here, we're gonna go ahead and retreat and see what that gives us. So let's go ahead and retreat, and hopefully he pulls back. It would be nice if he actually stopped at that bridge, but no, he's gonna continue and then go north like an idiot, rather than trying to link up with this army. However, the stupid Bavarians actually pursue us into Karl Philipp von Schwarzenberg. And we stand an opportunity to slice half of the Bavarian force, or cut half of the Bavarian force down. So now the Bavarians find themselves in a quite the pickle, I should say. Although he does have, what does he have? German reserves. We do have quite a bit of cannon though. Howitzers, lancers. Yes, we'll fight it. So without further ado, let's go straight into this battle right here. Right, and so here we are for the Battle of Regensburg, or Rendsburg, I can't remember actually what it said during the loading screen. It looks as though the Bavarians wake up immediately and start marching towards us. So I was first thinking that I would have to move up my cannons. That does not seem as that's going to be the case. Let's try to gain some ground here. I want to gain some ground on this side. On this side is not going to look that well. Maybe if I move... Oh no, it's not going to really work, is it? But I don't really want them down here at the same time. Why don't you move into column and then move this way while you continue. So these guys hold fire for now. Just let the howitzers blast the enemy away. You know what? What we'll do is we'll actually hold this one right here behind the wall. I wonder if these guys can actually fire overhead. It looks as though they should be able to. So let's tell them to fire at will as well. These guys will form line and attack from over here. And these guys will attack from over here. So I want them to form line again over here. Might not be well to spread out the forces like this in case the enemy charges, but I'll put the general close by, so we'll be supporting our troops. Howitzers are blasting the bloody Bavarians. It's a bit like that SpongeBob meme, like, how many times do I have to teach you a lesson, old man? The Bavarians seemingly keep just going at it. They don't learn the fact that they should bow down to their holy Roman Empire. Pretty cool shots right there. Right, time for you to form line. We're actually gonna do a thicker line just so you get into line quicker. We've been blasting these guys with artillery. I've elected to hold fire with this unit to let them come as close as... Oh, now they actually return fire on us. So it's time for us to fire against them. I've got the Lancers moving in. As these guys form into line, I'll actually tell them to form at the same time as they move forward here. And as these guys form line, I'll actually tell them to move up to the wall here. It's going to put a lot of pressure on this unit because, as we can see, all three are gathering here to fire onto this line. So it's going to be about this line holding, whether or not it's going to be able to. We've got the Lancers. I'm going to line them up right behind all of them. And then, are these guys ready? We didn't get the first shot, but we are quick to respond. And they've got the general close by, so he is able to... Ooh, they're not happy with this. Could it be some friendly fire here? We're losing a lot of men in this line. So we really need to act quick here. What I could do is I could pull this one back, see if possibly spraying these guys with canister. Oh, we are losing a lot of men over here. I'll have to put in the Lancers a bit earlier than I thought.
Our men are running.
This one broke after suffering heavy casualties. And without support, I mean, now my plan is going absolutely to shit, isn't it? The Lancers will pull back. We will not be able to attack this one. At least it gave us a bit of room to breathe. We're gonna have to pull this one back. Kind of in a panic as well. Should go better for these guys, they're behind the wall. I thought I had a better chance than I did, apparently. We're gonna fire, they're already loaded with round shot. So once these guys pass, we'll open fire with round shot. And then we'll switch to canister. Right, with the guys ready. As move into line. Prepare to fire, hopefully. Should have the rally ability coming back. The general will move to try to rally this unit. Nice hits and lucky shot. It kills the enemy general. Give me canister or give me death, I'd say. Oh shit, the enemy is charging. Let's get the Lancers back here. Give me some canister, my boys. Alright, they're rallied.
Sir! Sir! Our general is under attack!
Get to the front line. Right, we'll have to go for it. The artillery is taking heavy damage here, but they're also inflicting quite a bit of damage on the general unit. So not only have they lost the general cannon fire, but they're getting absolutely torn to shreds by canister. And before we let them fire the last shots, we're gonna let the Lancers go in. Oh, I thought these were Lancers. It's the dragoons. I thought that was a spear. with that unit broken, let's see about breaking this one. It's all down to dragoons. I thought they were lancers. You see on the picture down there? It sort of looks like a lance. It's heavy fighting. They're tired. Let's advance and make sure that we break them. Right. Continue pounding those bastards. Switch back to round shot and explosive and keep firing while the dragoons chase these off. We'll come back to attack the 16-foot.
Glorious victory, sir. It's
This unit needs to reorganize itself because not a lot of these men are firing at the enemy. So what we'll do is we'll move the line, turn them further up here, and then we got the other two coming in, supported by the general. But we lost a lot of troops in this battle. Like, these guys are done for. So let's have the dragoons situated over here. What we'll do is we'll just have the dragoons ready to attack these guys again once they're actually broken and be able to ride them down. Since they're tired, I don't think they'll be able to break these guys on their own. Oh, look at that, the general unit is back. I'm not entirely sure how long he will stay in the battle though if I focus in some artillery fire on him. Let's not march too far. This unit has suffered heavy casualties. Has stopped them right here and open fire on these guys. They're moving quickly. They will be able to put down some flank fire on these guys, which is not good. Let's get this unit up to about here. Hopefully though, I think that once we start shelling this unit, it will retreat once more. Okay, oh, you're not actually within range. I thought they were within range. Didn't I tell you to shell these guys? I guess that's out of the view of them or whatever. Right, push fire into these guys then. They're about to break anyways. And then we'll be able to ride down all of it. I think we'll hold fire with this one since we're closing in. Very close at this point. And I think as soon as these guys, yes, they're reorganizing. Let's halt and prepare to fire. A slow advance by the dragoons, and before they're properly formed, when they're spread out like this, hopefully we should be able to intermingle with the unit and break it. Nice. Ooh. Right, continue down there. And you will turn to face this one. So slowly chasing that. I thought this was going to be a cakewalk, but clearly it wasn't. I overestimated the prowess of my troops. Or maybe it's my capabilities as a general. Right. I haven't played Napoleon Total War 3 for that long though. There's only 63 Bavarians left. Let's see if I can we get the howitzers to fire on them now? Right, get a good angle here. So march up, fire from over there, and you guys will move over here. So I think it was a large part of why we lost so many men was that we really didn't get to fire first, especially over here. I think it was mostly due to here. But I guess the Bavarian troops are a lot better as well. They did have grenadiers and stuff, and I only have reserves, really. Right, now you can fire again. I guess since they're taking so long to get defeated over there. Oh, we completely rode that unit down. Killed all of them. I'll actually limber this gun. Same with this, and then we can turn them. Ah, there we go. Victory was achieved. Then the battle at the... Then it's very lucky then that I actually retreated from the bridge. Because I would probably have suffered a gravest defeat if I was taking on the French. If I can't even take on some Bavarians here. Let's go ahead and continue just for a bit. But then go ahead and end the battle and take a look at what statistics we got out of this. Right, and so here we have the statistics of the battle. I lost 374 men, which I thought I would actually have lost a lot more. Out of 1,000, losing 400. I mean, it's still like it's basically 37% of the troops, so it's the worst so far. Highest kills, obviously the Dragoons, and they chased them down. So they got 477. But if we look at what the other units did, like the infantry units, they did not do a lot. So this German infantry, Deutsche Infanterie, so German, they only killed 29. The reserves 38. And the actual regiment 56. So yeah, it did not go. I mean, it's still a victory, but it could have definitely gone better. So let's have the rest of this end turn run out and see what I should be doing in the next turn, shall we? Right, and so then we have the end turn. We've got gentlemen in Venice. That's good. What are you good at? You're a scholar, civil technologies. So you can move then to didn't I move you inside? Or did I get more? Faithful wife. Oh, yes, I got 2 of them. And now nice, yes. I signed a peace treaty with the Swiss Confederation. They offered me... Oh, there we have it. So that's what happened, why this turned into French. So the Confederation of the Rhine. Although nominally independent states, the German lands along the eastern banks of the River Rhine are but mere pawns of the so-called Republic of France. Their lords bend the knee to the Grand Emperor and kisses his boot like any other of his lackeys. There's no more time for diplomatic bean counting. In this great war you stand either with us or against us, and they have chosen. We must, in all aspects, regard these territories as French possessions. Forging an alliance. Forming an alliance with the Prussians. As Napoleon's war machine rumbles eastwards, many of our sister nations in the Alps and in the Rhineland now find themselves under French rule. It will be long before our enemies set about the conquest of our homeland, and it won't be long, and we must do everything in our power to stop their advance. Our neighbor, the Kingdom of Prussia, is faced with a similar prospect of a French invasion. Join our two great nations in military alliance, and we can stand together in repelling the French incursion and drive Napoleon back to France. So we'll try to... this guy's really good. And we have some sort of sound bug there. Right. Oh, I think it actually was the gentleman that was doing it. Does that increase? I think it was 12 last time. And we've only done one turn, so it's definitely helped us with that. And then we built a theater up here in Prague. Very nice. The Prague people are quite happy. I guess we'll go first with the one that will actually gain us a bit of cash. And that is trying to... Oh, that sound though. It's a bit annoying, isn't it? I've heard it, I've had it in... Let's move away. Oh, there we go. That solved it. So let's try to get a alliance with the Prussians. Let's just see if they'll go for this. Forging an alliance! That's how easy it was. Let it be known that on this day an alliance has been formed between the Kingdom of Prussia and the Austrian Empire. Together our nations stand strong against France and its tyranny. And so we got the Prussian over there. We've got us, the Austrian, and we got the Russian there. And that's good because we actually I've actually seen a Russian army move into Moravia here near Olmutz. Oh, there comes the sound again. So I've seen, I imagine it is, what's it called? You know who it is anyways. They're like the one-eyed general. Oh, I can't even remember what his name is. With this money I could build the Heldenplatz. It'll take 40 turns though. And give me a 3% bonus. God damn. Stupid sound. With this, we really need to take back this region. Question is whether or not they'll be able to get support from this army, or if I can just march straight onto it. Taking on the French straight on is probably going to be quite troublesome, especially here with Napoleon. But what we'll do is we'll make... Oh, this army actually took quite a beating here. It'll be reserved then to this army. So this army will stay on the bridge, blocking the advance of the enemy. I don't think the French will have to be able to... They'll have to go through the forest and there to bypass us. So that'll be difficult for them. So let's hold it there with that group. We could send support possibly, hussars, and then we have this situation down here as well. These guys kind of also, I want to send this army right here, I want to send them down to help here, because I don't think we'll be able with these guys only to take on the Italian state here. What we can do though is move forward, and they'll probably get support there, so let's not attack just yet. So it's I think the next move is to attack this place, which hopefully won't be able to drag aid from this army. We'll start off by moving into their region, and then yes, they will not get support, but it's a hell of a big army they've got. A lot of armed citizenry. We should be able to ride them guys down though. Could I possibly send for some reinforcements of some cavalry to ride these guys down? It's going to be quite the battle here. 2,458 men, and then a lot of these militia units. At the same time I want to send these guys down here. I think it's time then that we recruit some new troops. We are in need of more troops. We can also send some from the capital. So let's see about sending some of those troops. Cavalry can... Yes, cavalry can actually come from the capital to support. So in quick march, they'll make it up here, and I think the armed citizenry will be able to quite easily just ride them down. And then what we'll do is we'll send up the infantry and the grenadiers, so they'll be able to join the army as well. But then I think we'll have to start recruiting troops. So we'll recruit some down here. I have quite a lot of money. 2 of these. We're gonna need some cannons. 3-pounders. Let's do 3-pounders. Actually, horse-drawn 3-pounders. I have 6 of those. So we'll have 2 of them down here, plus a hussar unit, and then in the capital, heavy cavalry. Heavy cavalry is good. Let's have some bigger cannons being recruited over here. And then some grenadiers. Oh, was that all my money? I guess we'll spend all of it then. So grenadiers, cannons, and then cavalry and so forth. We actually spent most here. But I think this one is where we can easily move through, given that most of Napoleon's army is going to come through here. And let's see, has my port... Ah yes, the Swiss Confederation. They're quite friendly with me, because we've got historical friendship. They're still allied though with my enemies, and they're at war with the Russians and Great Britain. But I am able to set up trade. Did you see that? The wealth just jumped up for the Swiss Confederation. So we'll be able to make some extra cash there. I don't want to trade with the kebab just yet, so let's hold off on that. Right now, since last turn, I've increased it by 18 gold, but I think I'm gonna increase it even slightly a bit more here, since my trade navy will be able to hit the spice trade in one more turn. Trade with Turkey would, or the Ottomans would probably give us, net us quite a bit of gold. Let's see, faithful wife, happy for nobility. Then you're probably better than this guy, which is status quo. So you know what? Also, you look ravaged, like you've been out drinking for quite a while. So let's kick that guy out. And look at that, he gained a trait. So happy for all classes then. Look at that. Happiness for nobility, happiness for lower classes, which is good because the lower classes, as we can see from policies, were a bit unhappy out here in the outer regions. So they should be a little bit more happy with that. With this, however, I think this will be it for this episode. I'm pretty sure that this battle will drag on for quite a while, and I want to spend as much attention to it as possible, and I don't really want to make the videos too long. So without further ado, I'll bid you adieu, and as always, hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!